Hi, welcome back to the video training series on field inspections. My name is Steve Vailk. I'm the originator of the series. This field inspection today is what's called a dwelling report. It's basically a very simple inspection. All we really need to do here is take some 4 or 5 pictures of the property, do an exterior inspection of the property, which means walk around the property, note any issues that might be of concern for the insurance company. I'll look at the porches, I'll look at the stairs, I'll look at the exterior of the building, look for broken windows, accumulations of trash, garbage, whatever it might be. And then I note that on a very simple report that the field inspection company provides me. In this case, it's a series of about 8 or 10 questions, and we'll go over that as soon as I take some pictures. But as I always state when I start these inspections, the first thing I always do is I take a picture of the front of the building, because that tells me where my starting point is. And in the next series of pictures will be the exterior of the property, the left, right, and rear sides of the property. And so what I'm getting at is when I go to my next inspection, I always start with the front of that property, and that gives me a way for me to log on when I take my pictures and I put them into my computer and download them and send them email back to the inspection company. So let me take my picture and we'll take a look at the exterior of the building, and we'll take our short report and we'll talk about it a little bit more. You'll notice that I took 2 pictures of the front of the building. One was just of the front of this particular property, and the other one I did is I stepped back and got a picture of what properties are on either side of this, because one of the questions I know that's on this report is to ask me for the type of properties that are on either side of this property and the condition that they're in and the approximate distance. And I need to note that on the report. So I take 2 pictures in the front because it's asked for that on the report. Okay, so I'm going to take some more pictures. Now, when I took that picture, I noted that they just finished putting a new roof on this property, so I'll make a notation on that. I'm looking at the gutters and the downspouts at the same time. All right, I took that picture. Now, I did note on the side of this property that it looks like they have a wood-burning stove or fireplace, and I'll take another picture of that fireplace chimney that's coming out of the roof, so the insurance company has that. Otherwise, I'm looking at the condition of the property. When I walk around, I'm looking at the stairs, as I said, the porches, issues that are of concern to the insurance company, hazards as they call them, trip hazards. This is a vacant yard that looks like it comes with it. There's a property next door that's about 20 feet away, and I'll make a note of that. But before we continue on, let's just talk about this little report that I have to do here. There's basically about 8 questions. First question is age of the building. Age of the building, well, we know it's more than 30 years old. Distance to the fire hydrant. Fire hydrant's right on the corner over there, so that's about 200 feet away. Distance to the fire station, well, I'm pretty familiar with the city I'm in, so it's approximately between 3 to 4 miles is what I know. This is occupied as a single-family residence. That's the question. I just check it. And what kind of a neighborhood is this? In this particular case, it's a residential neighborhood. Or it could be, the questions here, is it a commercial, retail, is it industrial, rural? In this case, it's a residential neighborhood. So I note that. The exterior of the property is composite. It looks like it has a concrete with a stucco finish on it. So I check that box. And then as we continue on, they want to know about the condition of the building. It's in pretty good shape. It looks like they've been doing some nice repairs on it. The yard looks like it's pretty good shape. Type of neighborhood, it's an improving neighborhood, because I noticed some of the other properties here are going through some improvements. And then it asked me, the last question is, what's the distance between this property and the other properties? Well, we know that the property to the left of it is approximately 40 to 45 feet. So we note that. And it's a 1-story property. Construction, it's a frame property. and it's occupied as a single-family residence. So it's occupied, the answer would be yes. On the right, there's a property. Property's about 18 feet away. I just stepped it off. I use that as a simple measuring guide. I have a wheel that I use for measuring properties, but I didn't bother to bring it out. And that property is a two-story property. It's also a frame property with aluminum siding on it. And it's occupied, yes. Okay, so I'm going to go in the back of the property, take a couple of pictures, take a look back at the rear of the property, and once that's done, we've completed this inspection. This inspection took me probably 5 to 6 minutes to complete, a little longer because we're doing a video. I have two components, photographs and a short report. When I get back to my office late this afternoon or tomorrow, I'll load this information up and I'll email it to the inspection company. And for this report, I'll probably be compensated between $15 to $18. So this is what they call a single family or residence dwelling outside inspection. I didn't go to the inside of the property, obviously. So this is a pretty simple inspection. It's one of the many types of inspections that you'll encounter when you're out doing field inspections. And if you pursue this career and move into it as I have over the last couple of years, you're going to find that there's a lot of different types of inspections you're going to be doing. I can do half a dozen of these inspections in a morning without a problem. And the objective here is to build a business, and it takes some time to do it, but at the same time, my training guide, my video series really helps, because what it does is it teaches you not only in the written word, but also you can see some of the videos we're doing, so that when I complete the video, they coincide with the written portion of the report, or the written portion of my guide, I should say. And that's very helpful. I didn't have that when I started out, and what I'm trying to do is help people to get a good understanding of what this business is all about. It's a very, very simple business, and it's one that you can really get into in a really fast timeline. So why don't we go to the back of the property and we'll take a look back there. So walking around to the back of the property, I noticed they put a brand new fence up. The back of the property is in pretty good shape. There's no garage. There's a parking spot. And I'm going to take a picture of this. Taking a look, I see they put new lighting on the back of the property. So they're making improvements. And I'll make notations on this because the last issue, the last area in this report is any hazardous situations that I've observed. In this particular case, I've seen none. And I will note that the only thing I did see was that there was a wood-burning fireplace possibly, and it has a concrete plaster exterior, which is in pretty good shape. So that pretty much completes this report.